What is going on, guys? Another video here at Fit For Me Coaching Lab. Thanks for checking in. We're going to be doing a full floor in-depth review and walkthrough assembling the Lionscool leg extension hamstring curl machine, version 4. Now, I was looking at a couple different ones. Of course, the right fits in there. The what's another one? GMVD or GMWD, I think what that is called. But I came with this one. I decided on this one because it has a great deal for Labor Day, and I was trying to be budget friendly, so I was able to get this and another machine with it for under $1,000. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Don't want to leave you much more delay. But before I do me a favor, go ahead, like and subscribe to the video if you found some value in this video. And we're going to jump right into it. We're going to unbox everything and let's go have some fun. If you want to fast forward, by all means do so. But at the end, I'm going to be giving you guys a walkthrough of what it feels like. I'm a 6'1", 230-ish pounds. So height and things like that made a big factor in what I was deciding between. So we're going to see how this goes. And stay tuned. Bye. All right, guys, so just going to be going through this and jumping in on the little pieces here, but just getting everything unboxed, making sure nothing is missing, nothing is broken, nothing is out of place. This is usually the best time to notice it before you start putting stuff together and see that you are missing something and you're halfway through your build. So with that being said, this is perfect because nothing was missing, nothing was cracked, twisted, nothing like that. It comes in two different boxes. One box is like the seat, the smaller pieces, right? The leg roller or the leg holder, leg roller, whatever you want to call it. The cam, the cables, more of the minor frame support pieces. And then the bigger box is where you would have your the frame itself for the base, right? So, and everything was mostly pretty well put together already, if that makes sense. The welds were pretty decent. Again, nothing was chipped, nothing was cracked, so that was good. So let's go ahead and move on. Now this right here is where you see me, I'll tear out the page. That page is where the screws, the labels, all that kind of stuff were. But outside of that, again, this build was pretty straightforward. Nothing surprised, nothing was shocked. There was one part in here we're going to get to. I was kind of like, wait a minute, hold on. Made me have to do it like 2 or 3 times because just the directions are good. Not very, very detailed, but they're good. One of the things I like to do is I like to actually lay things out before I actually bolt them together so I know where they're going to go. That way I know I have the right screws in the right place and the right pieces in the right place. But you'll see me do that here. I'll like put screws and I'll hand tighten. Again, on this setup, I did not tighten anything until I was completely sure where everything was supposed to go. So what you'll see, I'll just do tighten it a little bit, but enough to let the bolts be able to come off, things like that. And then in the video at the end, I'll let you know which socket wrench size you need. I think it was 3/4 and 15 millimeter, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'll cover that in the end, on the end video. This part right here is where the seats coming together. right? Because the seat is actually three different pieces. There's because it pivots. So it is the seat, there's a middle section, then it's the back section. But this part is where the seats start coming together here for the base. This is the back support. This part you're gonna notice it's gonna be a little loose. Maybe it's just mine, but mine was definitely a little bit loose when I started putting it together. And I thought it was just kind of like how I thought it was gonna get tightened up once I put the screw in, because I didn't put the screw in until like the very, very end. So just going through that there. This is the handles for the lower side. I kind of started to play with them, trying to turn them upside down to get a different hand position grip. That didn't work because they were too low to the ground, so I just left them at the spot they should be. And guys, you'll see me be looking up at my TV because this is when the Canelo and the Crawford fight was going on, and I was like trying to watch it, trying to put it together, trying to watch it, trying to put it together. So this took me a little bit longer because of the fight. It was a good fight. Like, Crawford outboxed him from start to finish. It was, yeah. Now this is the part here where I told you guys where the bolt is already kind of pre-assembled, so you have to take it off, and you have three washers. One washer goes on the outside, two of the washers go inside, and I kept not paying attention, so I'll watch it, and I'll see, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, this is not fitting right. So this is one of the things where you want to take that whole barrel, or whatever you want to call it, out all together. Put one washer on for the outside, and then put it back on. If not, you'll be taking it off, taking it on, taking it off, taking it on. As you see, I'm dead here, which I'm about to take it off again. That's probably like my third time taking it off. And I'm looking like, wait, what is going on? And then I'm like, I finally figure out like, oh, okay, I need to put this on first, then that on, then this on again. So I finally figured out, got it put together the correct way, and then I was able to move on. Again, that fight was so good. I kept getting distracted. So now this is where the leg roller, or leg holder, if you will, which was pretty straightforward. And again, I looked at mine. As you guys see the end of the video, it's not crooked. I know I saw a lot of them that said that they were like tilted. This one was not tilted. It looked rock solid to me, 100%. Nothing looked like it was going to be an issue. The only thing that I noticed that it wasn't like centered, if that makes sense. It like went more inside than it did to the center of the seat. But again, that was not a huge deal for me. I didn't pay it too much attention. So now when putting the seat on, you're going to notice it has a little bit of room. You can pull it up for a little more back. And I don't think this really matters too much. I pushed mine a little more forward because I have longer legs, and I wanted the support a little bit more underneath my legs. And again, you can't push it forward that much. I mean, maybe a half an inch. So I did that for mine, but it's not a huge deal for most people, and you probably won't notice it at all. Then there's this little middle section. You want to make sure that it's even on both sides, because it can end up being tilted if you're not careful about it, because it has a little bit of swivel to it. So if you don't put it in the right place, it can be a little off. The back has the same thing where you can have it to where it's a little bit higher, a little bit lower. I made sure mine was pushed all the way up to the top, whatever space I had back there. And then that way I made it so that it was enough room for me to have proper back support. Again, the pads on these are awesome, super firm, which is what I love about it. This is getting ready to put the cable on here, which is pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy about doing the cable. I just had to figure out what I needed to take off in order to make it happen, to make it easy for myself, if you will. I had to look at the directions a couple different times because it really didn't say if I needed to take the pulley off. Because I was like, oh, maybe I can slip through here. Like, nope, I got to unscrew it. So ended up unscrewing it, which again was pretty straightforward. Took off the pulley, not routed it through, but ran it through, put the pulley back on. Again, super easy, super simple. The only thing what it shows me two different screws to put in here. I was like, I don't see a different screw, but it's not. You only need one screw. That's why I kept looking at it over and over again. Like, is this it? Is this it? I'm like, no, this one goes back here. And I kept thinking I did something wrong, but it's just the image. The image that it gives you makes you think that you need to have two screws. The back one goes on pretty simple. That screw in the back is going to screw all the way into the weight plate holder. So don't think it's just sticking out. It's going to screw all the way into it. And I did tighten mine up because I saw a couple of videos where they said that, hey, it was a little bit loose and a little wobbly. So I made sure mine was all the way tight. And that was pretty much it, guys. So there you have it, all put together. And then this is my honest impression of it so far. What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Right, so it is finally put together, and we're going to jump right into it and go over some of the pros and cons that I kind of noticed as I finished putting it together. So you guys watch the video, saw me go through it. All right, packaging was decent, nothing crazy. Thing was wrapped pretty well, pretty securely. I didn't notice any dings or dents or scratches anywhere. Everything seemed like it was pretty well put together. Even though the package was damaged on that one, nothing was out of place, nothing was scratched. Powder coating pretty well. The welding is pretty good. Guys, it's one of those things where when I buy a budget piece, there's certain things I accept and I understand. Because I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. Like, I think the only thing I noticed, no, not even that. There was really nothing wrong with it at all. Let's see. The screws, the nuts and washers, everything was there. Nothing was missing. Didn't have to go and get anything different. What I do, guys, I always tear out the hardware included page so I can reference it without having to flip back and forth. So I can just go look at this. I'm like, okay, I know it says grab this bolt. Okay, what's the measurements? Okay, is that one? Okay, cool. Trying to make sure I'm grabbing the right one. And then I will tell you as far as, not sure why I had that one, but a 17 millimeter, you will need a 17 millimeter and a 3/4 socket. That's what I use to tighten everything up. I did wait until I had everything together and on the floor it's going to be on before I tighten anything. I left everything completely loose. That way I didn't have to worry about something not being aligned, something being overly tightened. Let's go into this one here so you guys can see. I've seen the reviews about people saying that the leg, it looks crooked. It looks pretty straight to me, at least on this one. Nothing looks, here I'll come down to a lower level. Nothing looks out of place. It's not tilted, so I'm glad. Maybe they got it worked out, or there was a couple ones that just came out quick, whatever it may be. This one to me looks perfectly fine to me. All right. So let's get back up here. Now, guys, with all of this being said, I want to tell you guys this as well. This piece here is 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, bought with my own money. I did not get sponsored. This is not affiliate. There's no links. There's nothing. It's just me giving my honest, straightforward review of the piece of equipment. And from my perspective, as being a guy who's 6'1", basement gym, who's always looking for things that make sense, but on a budget. And excuse me, guys, drink some water because I'm trying to get over a cold. So you may see this bottle of water walk around me the rest of this video. Let's get into some pros I love about it. All right, the pros. I love the padding. Super thick, not cheap. I mean, it's very dense. It's very comfortable. Padding on it is excellent. I will tell you that. Compared to, like, I could compare it to a commercial gym. Very nice. I love. They also They gave you two. They give you two cables, which is nice because I thought I was putting it together. Like, wait, where does this one go? And I was like, well, no, it's just an extra cable. So I think it's awesome. They give you two cables just in case that one snaps or whatever it may be. They give you another. You have to try to figure out where about trying to replace it. So they do give you two cables. Um, the aluminum pulleys is super nice. This is super, super, super smooth. I can't say that word enough. Super smooth. So there's no issues with that end. The handles, the placement, the powder coat. Like I said, everything is really well. Like when I'm doing the leg extensions, it feels very. I have 45 pounds on here now. It feels like 45 pounds, guys. Again, I'm not one of the people who I'm trying to track PRs right now. And I'm just like, hey, how do my muscles feel? How do my legs feel? Do I need to go heavier? Or I need to go lighter? That's it. That's how I look at things. If I track stuff, okay, cool. But no, it's super smooth, super easy. Again, I'm 6'1". I do not feel that I am too tall for the machine. It fits me perfectly. Yeah, it's a really nice, well put together piece for the price and for what you're getting. I love that I can move it around. It's something that where if I decide to sell, I can sell it and probably make my money back, or not take much of a loss. But if I move, I can take it upstairs and put it on the U-Haul truck without having to take it all the way down. As you guys saw in the video, most of the big pieces were already like, this piece was already together. This piece down here was already together. It was just a lot of the arm, the swivel, the leg attachment, the seat, and the handles, right? All those things had to be attached, but it was pretty straightforward. If you guys saw me in the video, because I was watching the Crawford and Canelo fight, so I was like looking up and trying to put together and looking up and trying not to miss. So it took me a little bit longer. I would say if I wasn't watching that fight, it may have taken me 45 minutes, maybe an hour, just to make sure everything was together how it should be. But yeah, overall, I think it's a great piece of equipment. I do have a couple things that are a little, maybe me personal quirks. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But again, it's a budget piece. So one of the things I'll get into is I'll bring you guys in a little bit closer. You guys can see right about there. One of the things I noticed is that when you pop the pop pin, it is super wiggly. It's got a lot of play in everything, right? Like everything has play when the pop pin's not engaged. I'm not really like doing a lot, but pinky, it has a lot of play, right? And I kind of get it because you have three different pieces being attached, but I kind of like, man, that sucks in a way, but hey, it is what it is. Another thing, you're gonna have a pretty decent gap right here. I would say probably about a 4 to 5 inch gap, and it kind of digs into your sternum, not your sternum, but into your lower rib cage a little bit because of the angle that it's on for the hamstring curls. So if you don't like that, then I'm not sure what you maybe get a couple towels to roll up and put right here. But you got probably a good 5 inch gap there when you are doing so you guys can see right there. When you are doing your hamstring curls, that's a pretty big gap, and it's kind of up. It's not flush with this, it ups and then it goes down. So this area right here, keep that in mind. So again, depending on how tall you are, it would decide like where it may bother you from, right? Let's see. I do have bumper plates on mine. So as you guys see on mine, I have the cap Walmart version. So I can probably fit 3 of these on here if I really wanted to. 3 on each side. So 90, 135, so 270 I can fit on here more than likely. Will I ever use that much weight? Probably not. But I guess I have the ability to use that if I really wanted to. But again, those are the cap Walmart version of bumper plates. I like them because they look good. They're decently priced and they're not crazily expensive, right? Well, same thing. Decently priced, not crazy expensive. Yeah, same thing. But outside of that, guys, it's a pretty solid machine. And I know you can say, well, would you buy it again? I probably would. I probably would. Oh God, that's tough because this right here, I feel like depending. I don't know. Depending, I probably would buy it again if I could figure out a solution for that. Now, what I do want to also let you guys know is that for most people, when you're doing your hamstring curls, oh, I'm sure something else, guys. This this piece right here, this piece right here is what is supposed to be in here, right? Honestly, I don't feel you need to have that in there the whole time because when you're using it, your tension is causing this to stay in place. This is so that's so it doesn't pop out. But once it's in, it's not really going anywhere. So I just took it out and just leave it somewhere by it. But for hamstring curls, what I noticed is that maybe I got to find the sweet spot, but let's say there. For me, I lose tension. Oh, hold on. Let's find that sweet spot. Do. Let's try there, maybe. For me, I noticed that I lose tension. Right, tension. Lost it right there. So I think most people that's kind of what you expect. So if you're thinking of buying this, just know your attention is going to be lost 70% through the movement. After 70% is going to be like nothing really there. So again, here, this is my butt. I lose it there, then there's nothing the rest of that way. But again, everyone's different. Again, you have that the wobble. But again, it's a budget piece, but this wobble is anyway, yeah. It's just one of those things that I notice. I have OCD and everything sticks out to me in a way. But outside of that, I think it is, again, it's a solid piece for what you're getting. God, that. See, now it's locked in, but it's just kind of like that. Like, I get that it's 3 pieces, but anyway, but yeah. Again, I just wanted to give you guys a real honest review. Again, it's a budget piece, so some things I expect. That, I really didn't expect that. But it is what it is. I'm not going to harp on it. It's still going to get my leg workout in and have an awesome training session. So, with that being said, guys, that is my review, my walkthrough, my everything of the Lionscool. This is the version 4. And yeah, I think it's a good piece for what you get. Again, I was able to get this for a great deal on Labor Day. And I also have the leg press, which I have not put together yet, which is over here. So guys, if you want to look for that review that's going to be coming, I got their unilateral leg press machine and hack squat leg press machine. So that will be coming very, very, very soon. So if you want that review, go ahead, make sure you subscribe, subscribe, give me a comment, all that kind of algorithm stuff, and be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or comments, by all means, comment below. Actually, I'm going to loosen this up while I'm thinking about it because I think this is a little too tight. for movement. Oh, it's not even that tight. Never mind. I thought it was tight, but it maybe did. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Awesome. Thank you guys again. Alonzo with Fit For Me Health Coaching. Have a great day. Deuces.